Hey friends, it's time for another unschooling challenge. And this week we're going to waste some time. Yes, I've called this challenge the Wasting Time Unschooling Challenge. I want to start with a story. Yesterday I went to a nearby village with my daughter Gemma Rose. She drove us there and went to have ice cream. Now we've been wanting to go on this outing for quite a while, and it's been quite impossible because we've had so much rain recently. It's just poured down day after day after day. And it has rained so much that all our roads have broken up, potholes have appeared, potholes have turned into craters, and the roads have flooded. And this is rather unusual for us because we're more used to drought than rain. Yeah, an unusual experience for us. But anyway, we haven't felt like going to have ice cream during the rain. Also, we haven't been able to get out of our village to go and have ice cream because our village road flooded. But yesterday, the sun came out and I said to Gemma Rose, how about we go and have ice cream today? Now that might not sound like a big outing, but the ice cream is delicious. We found the best ice cream place for a long way around us. And we have memories of going there a few weeks ago and sampling the cherry ice cream. I really wanted more cherry ice cream. So we got there and discovered there wasn't any cherry ice cream. So I had to settle for another flavour, and I chose lemon myrtle macadamia, which turned out to be even nicer than the cherry. And sometimes that happens, doesn't it? That we tend to fall into patterns. We'll do what we know we like and we won't risk. I know I like the cherry ice cream, but I don't know if I like the other flavours. I won't risk it. And then sometimes when we do take a risk, we discover something absolutely wonderful, something new. Anyway, we bought our ice creams. We sat outside of the ice cream shop at a table in the sunshine. We're just soaking up the sun, and we wasted some time together. We just licked our ice cream cones and we chatted. And I think when we do this, these times are so precious with our kids, times where we can listen to them, when they can maybe open up and share their ideas with us, their hopes, their dreams. We can build up our connections with our kids. We can pass on things that we've heard about, tell a few stories, listen to what our kids have found out. I mean, there are all kinds of things good things that go on while we're wasting time. And even if they weren't, even if we just sat there sitting in the sun, not saying anything to each other, just that quiet companionship, that moment just soaking in the sun is so valuable. Taking time out and just enjoying the moment. Well, yesterday we had some really good fun conversations. I don't know if we learned anything, but we had such fun together. We were silly. There was a board outside advertising the ice cream, and apparently it had come, the ice cream, I'm not sure it was the ice cream itself or the milk for the ice cream, but definitely the milk had come from a micro dairy farm. And so we mused, what is a micro dairy farm? A farm with not many cows, a small sized farm, or a regular sized farm with micro cows. I've heard of such animals. Or perhaps it's a small farm with micro animals and you can get just as many small cows on a smaller bit of land as you would regular sized cows on a regular farm. Yeah, it sounds rather ridiculous, doesn't it? But we had such fun talking about it. And I said to Gemma Rose afterwards, I'm going home and I'm going to do some research about what a micro dairy farm is. Yeah, so wasting time. I wasted time with my daughter. I invested a lot of time, valuable time with my daughter yesterday, eating ice cream. But there's other ways of wasting time. And maybe parents, you might be able to say, I know that my kids waste lots of time, and you really do think they're wasting time. They could be spending too much time playing computer games. Or when I was a child, there was no such thing as a video game, no such thing as a computer. But I was accused of wasting time reading books. Can you believe that? That these days, if kids have got their nose in a book, we think it's wonderful. But there was a time when, kids weren't, are you still reading that book? Have you been outside today? Have you done something else? Stop wasting your time. Yeah, unbelievable. But I used to hide my books when anyone came near. Yes, I'm still sitting there reading this book. Maybe I should get up and clean up my bedroom, go outside and get that fresh air that everyone's saying I need. But yes, the problem isn't that kids are wasting time. It's, are we valuing what our kids are doing? Do we value their passions and interests? Now, there's other times when our kids don't seem to be doing anything, not even playing a video game. And then we definitely think they're wasting time. Maybe they're sleeping or just resting or staring out the window, dreaming. What else could they be doing? That sort of thing. Nothing productive seems to be going on. And, haven't you got anything to do? Stop wasting your time. Well, I've come to the conclusion after observing my kids and my own behaviour and examining what I go through that these periods of time are definitely valuable and they're definitely part of normal learning life. So we don't learn evenly all the time, even though school might give us that impression that, it's go, go, go for, say, 10 weeks of term. 8:30 in the morning, so maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Kids have to learn. But I don't think this is a natural learning cycle. I think that we get involved with something and we don't just want to learn about it during school hours or weekdays. Our learning spills over into all hours of the day and into holidays, well, official holidays, and weekends and other times. It's not confined to what we think of as educational time. But at other times, we just rest. We don't want to do anything. Our interests, our enthusiasm for them wanes and goes down. And parents might start to get worried if that happens with our kids, because I think that we are most comfortable with unschooling when our kids are involved with their passions, when they're visibly doing something. And we can say, oh, unschooling's working. Look at all the things our kids are learning about. And then when one day our kids wake up and they don't want to do anything, and you say, well, what about that project you've been working on, or that interest that you've been so involved with? And our child might say, I don't feel like doing that anymore. And our hearts might sink and we think, oh no. And then we start to worry, when are they going to get passionate about something? What if it never happens? But it always does happen. After a period of wasting time, resting, whatever we wanted to call it, our enthusiasm returns. I have been around this cycle so many times with blogging and writing books and YouTubing and podcasting and whatever. And I'm sure great things are happening when we're down at the bottom, when it doesn't look like anything's going on. I'm sure that we're below the surface. Things are going on subconsciously. We're processing everything, maybe thinking about what we've been learning, maybe just resting. And then one day we get up and we're ready to move on. Or our kids are ready to tackle a new passion, maybe. Something else has caught their attention, or they want to go back to whatever they were doing. But they pick up again. And of course we smile because, my child is doing this, that and the other, and we can tell people, and they're off again. And we hope it lasts a while because, yes, as I said, it's very reassuring to parents. But I don't think that we should worry about wasting time. So, there's a few thoughts there about wasting time. So what this challenge is about is that we're going to waste some time this week. we're going to take, even if we're involved with our passions and interests and we don't want to take a break from them, what we can do is be very conscious of the time we're spending with our kids. Why don't we linger over that cup of coffee or that glass of milk or that ice cream? Why don't we suggest an outing and don't worry about whether it's educational or not? Why not just slow down, enjoy the moment, waste some time with our kids, listen to them. Take our cues from our kids. If we've got a story to share and they're interested, tell a story. Ask our kids about stuff if they want to share. Or just sit there in the sun and soak up the moment, soak up the sun or whatever. You hope the sun's shining where you are. Yeah, it's sunny here at the moment. Expecting more rain, so take advantage of the good weather while we've got it. Also, I just want to tell you about my books. Curious Unschoolers, Radical Unschool Love. Especially in this one. Oops. I don't know, I can't remember. But there's definitely some stories about quiet times and the worries that parents might have during those quiet times in my book. And what else? Oh yeah, about how kids learn, growing up and down and we're not always up there high. It's cyclic, round and round, whatever, up and down. That's the way I have discovered that kids learn, by observing them and by talking with my kids. So friends, that's all I got for you today. Please get involved in this wasting time, unschooling challenge. Sending you all my love, and I'll speak to you again soon.